Hello and welcome to another leveled up Let's Play. My name is Josh, aka The Village 88, and today we will be playing Machine Knight. Let me turn down the sound for me. Touch the screen. Load game. Data 1. Alright. Now let's get out of here. Oh, Frayne, there's something I'd like you to see. Something you want me to see? At the edge of the village. Let's go. Okay. Alright. Get this scale out of the way. And we just get a little less junk. This is... It was left by the men who attacked here. It's some kind of armor, but it's packed full of stuff I've never seen before. I gotta turn it down just a little bit more. Okay, there we go. Do you know anything about this, Mr. Frayne? Yes. You serious? Well, what the hell is it? It's a machine soldier. Machine? Soldier? It's like a wind-up doll. It's not armor, the whole thing moves. What do you mean? Is it some kind of magic? Magic? Well, it's gotta be magic, right? Like this. And like this. In the world I came from, there was no such thing. Came from? A world? Is this world of a dream you're talking about? Why is there no magic in your world, Mr. Frayne? How do I put it? For example, in this world, do food and customs vary from region to region? Yes, there are great differences. I've heard it said that in Curio they only eat sour foods. In the world, the country I come from, magic doesn't exist. There are stories, perhaps magic once existed. Maybe it's like those other differences. Frayne, you really are from another world, aren't you? Yes. What you take as common sense wouldn't work here. It's a completely different country. Completely different country, is it? Can't even imagine such a thing. And are there many machine soldiers in your country, Mr. Frayne? At first, they were built to work, and they were used for many purposes. But soon the military adopted them. They've been used in many wars. Even conveniences can be turned to evil ends. The joints still seem to be weak. Joints? Isn't the head the weak point? The armoring is pretty thick, but the limbs need free range of motion. If you thrust in a stick or bar and elevate it to a 20-degree angle, it will overheat quickly. What? Well, if the carburetor is exposed, it seriously reduces its air cooling capabilities. Miss Allen, do you understand what he's saying? No, it's giving me a headache. But now that you mention it, I heard that when the machine soldier attacked, the apparatus in the northern ruins began moving. Ruin? It's an old ruin in the north of Dandong. Inside the ruin there's some kind of device. It's not like a golem that moves with magic. No one knows what it is, or what it's used for. I remember that. It caused a commotion among the Dandong troops. Anyhow, this soldier doesn't seem to be part of last night's attack. The troops have all withdrawn. The thing I saw looked different from this, but it had the same kind of atmosphere. I wonder if there's some sort of connection. People say the ruins stood long before Dandong was founded. Frayne might understand more. I'll check if the chance comes. But if this comes from Frayne's country, finding a connection will be difficult, won't it? Yes, but I won't just be unwitting messenger and spy. I need to clear this misunderstanding up, or I'll never be able to go back. Mr. Frayne, well, at any rate, we're headed for Dandong. As a wanted. Okay, so if you go into your menu, I think around here somewhere, missions? Yeah, check missions. So, as a messenger, go to see a ruler as a messenger to save the world, which is serious energy. And this one says, Frayne is not a spy messenger. To clear up the misunderstanding, go see Staff Officer Paul at Dandong Castle. So at least it tells you what you need to do next. That's pretty cool. Alright, let's get going. I need to have a talk with the Staff Officer Paul. Please inform him. And this is a request from the church. Please tell him. You know what'll happen if you piss me off, right? Wait. He said he will meet with you, but if you cause the slightest trouble... If we cause trouble, then what? Huh, pushy little princess. Still throwing around Umil's influence. Let's go, Frayne. Yeah. Oh, come on, get out of the way. Okay, it's this guy, right? This is the headquarters of Dandong's Advance Guard Dispatch. Well, I guess maybe I'll come up here. Look who's come to pay a visit. Staff Officer, well, Paul, I've come to speak with you. Even if you surrender yourself, the fact remains that you caused a public panic. You cannot escape the death penalty. Please allow me to defect. I ask asylum. What a dramatic request. Sir, are you going to allow it? I've said nothing of the sort yet, but I appreciate your enthusiasm. Now leave us. Yes, sir. So are you saying that you are willing to do anything in order to gain refuge? That's right. From now on, I'll live for those who have helped me. I've made my decision. The only reason I've come to you is to ask that those two be removed from suspicion. Sister, and you again? I lived my life my own way. Is that a problem? Well, refugee, you know, you will now fight against your homeland. You will fight everything your homeland stands for. Sir, are you serious? This is the man who caused the trouble in Cole. Whether he flees or dies somewhere, nothing changes. He vanishes from this world. Also, the sister and Umil's granddaughter are here. If something unpredictable happens, we can use them and insist that we are in the right. If we confiscate church facilities and seize the vast fortune Umil left for her, most people will be persuaded it was for the best. What? This has nothing to do with my grandpa. Miss Holland, please stay calm. Bah, bastard. Remember, no one can make a true self-evaluation. When a third person evaluates him, only then can his value be fairly determined. He'll stab you in the back. He's deceived these women too. If that should happen, we'll do our best to address the consequences. Fine, now I can do what I like. But you'll need to provide me with information. What? The reason they decided to invade our country. I'd like to hear it. Despite your sacrifice, you know nothing. It's because of energy. And if they acquire this thing called energy, what then? It's like wood for the fireplace. To make this country move, you need water and fire, don't you? Like firewood. So the fact is, you are seeking something while posing falsely as a messenger for peace? The air of this world contains a certain valuable element which does not exist in my world. A special mineral of some kind, your unique resource exists in the world, doesn't it? Soul stone ore? What's that? This world was born of the power of the spirit gods. Fire god Igram, water god Huno, earth god Dreadeth, wind god Pano. These four gods created life, while the light god Ori and darkness god Velas created the world. Soul stones are the oracles to people. They are also used to drive evil demons away and establish harmony in the world. Dandong received a soul stone of light from Ori. Doctor, the high officer in our country has long searched for a place where such energy might be found. If this soul stone ore is the source of the special element in your atmosphere, I suppose his purpose was to get the soul stone ore. Their target was soul stone ore. How disgraceful. If peaceful relationships are established, there is a high likelihood that they will steal soulstone ore. But I'm no prophet. I can't say what will happen in 10 or 20 years. All I know right now is that they wanted the air of this world. That was also my purpose in coming here. A shortage of water and fire? That is the real reason you were sent to Dandong then. Yeah. Once people are satisfied with their clothing, food, and houses, they grow conceited. Soon they begin to resent even carrying in the firewood. What do you mean? Anyway, your presence here was simply their first step. The scheme of sending a spy messenger, the scheme of making peace and timing the attack. The longer-term scheme. Your own existence was just one piece of the jeopardy posed to this castle. That is certain. I was driven out of the country, and almost killed by my own party. You are free to think what you will. However, I'll continue to insist. I'm not a spy messenger or a double agent. If you wish to arrest me, that is your prerogative. But my own claim stands firm. We'll first go to Lecom Castle in the west. There is a water soul stone there. Sir, that will set a bad example. If you say that he can erase crime by working, all the prisoners will protest. They needn't know anything about this. It's simple. I mean no disrespect, but please listen. I cannot understand why you forgive him. He guided the enemy's troops here. Surely that's an indisputable fact. The castle did not fall. In that case, the nearest soulstone ore is in Lecom Castle. They used this man for their scheme. If they cannot defeat us in a direct confrontation, they will attack at the margins. To prevent their developing a taste for the fruit, we need to gain an upper hand. If they get one soulstone ore, they will try a second time, and a third. They would return to the castle someday. You all know their capability, right? Armor that withstands repeated attacks, catastrophic firepower, and a robust will, never backing down. Your name is Frame, right? You recognized them, didn't you? They are machine soldiers. I remember most of the blueprints. To break them, you need neither sword nor arrow. Then you take care of the machine soldiers. This is the reason I will send him to Lecom. This is the best way to protect our country. I choose this path for the benefit of our country. Do you still disagree? I wasn't thinking clearly. There will be a time to deal with his crimes when everything is done, although it may become unnecessary to punish him by our own hands. Olin, Bell, do you know the way to Lecombe Castle? There is a high road to Lecombe Castle, and I've been there many times. Once it's decided, let's go at once. If we stay here longer, the evil will affect us, and I might be suspicious of everyone. Fine, let's go. Additionally, I'll grant you all the authority to take on a variety of duties. Ha! Isn't it all just cleaning a toilet? Each castle has a guard station of Dandong. If you go there, you'll find further opportunity to rebel against your home country. I'll remember that. My wish is that helping you will all be one benefit of this world. Then leave. You are free to go. You wouldn't stay any longer even without your blessing. Let's go, Belle, Frayne. Yes. Mission as a refugee. So let's go see what this guy has for us. This is the headquarters of Dandog's Advanced Guard Dispatch. I've heard about you from Officer Paul. Dandong maintains guard dispatches in many countries to improve mutual understanding and pursue training. Complete the missions you received there and do them as well as you can. So is there anything I can do now? Here is an easy errand. Go to the small cave to the east and help with the punitive expedition. You'll find advanced troops. Ask them for details. Who do we have to thank for being so busy? Alright, let's go. Hey, Olin, formed a new team again? We are the trio of love and bravery. Our sole aim is world peace. Ha ha! I'd cheer for your team. That's right. Just leave the world peace to us. Do you know him? An old fighting companion from way back when I was little. You, Frayne, you don't seem like a guy who was bad when he was little. I got in a few shoving matches, but nothing ever went as far as throwing punches. That guy was always starting something with me, and I'd make him cry. I used to just rain punches down on him. But for the dignity of man, I'd sometimes let him get one in or two. So the fights ended in a draw, right? You kidding? He'd get one in or two. Then that night his parents would come to our house and apologize, like he could have hurt me. Well, he attacked a girl. To tell you the truth, my grandpa was a great man named Yumil, who wrote about the magic system. He had great skills, knew about everything, and was very kind. But when I was a child, it put a lot of pressure on me. Even now, most of the soldiers of Dandong can barely conceal their envy of me. That gate guard and Paul were talking about him, weren't they? So your fight mate's parents came to apologize because they were the grandchild of Yumil? His bruises were always bigger than mine, but our families were on different levels. The next day, he'd always show up at my house half in tears and saying, "You used your family, it's not fair." It just sounds like a couple of kids fighting to me. He formed up a team and they started attacking me, saying, "You don't play fair, you're a cheater." And what do you think I did then? Kicked their asses? Not far off. I laughed at the lot of them, laughed till my stomach ached, laughed until they were ashamed, and then I told them they'd better choose their fights carefully. So how about laughing at them, Frayne? And then beat him senseless, that stupid man who didn't stop to think who he was picking a fight with. Ha! Beat him senseless. I like the sound of that. No, you can't admire her spirit, but you can admire her spirit, but you shouldn't start acting like her. I'll have your back. You can be the leader. let's recap all the glory. When it's all finished, we'll hire a painter to do your portrait. You'll have a gleaming sword in your hand, and your left foot is on his head. How does that sound? I think it would be great. In that case, I'd like to be painted on a white horse, wrapped in cloak. Sounds perfect. Frayne, you're not alone. Belle and I are with you. How could you feel insecure or lost standing between two such blushing flowers? Blushing flowers? What? Sorry. You meant the two of you, right? Good, he seems to be feeling better. Even if he falls on his knees blubbering and begging, don't forgive him, promise? And by the way, how long do you plan to tag along? Me? Is it wrong for me to come? No, it's not wrong. But you're a sister, right? Well, there's a rule that every sister should make a pilgrimage. But that rule is for sisters who are at least 18. You're still 16, aren't you? I was permitted to go early because it was a perfect chance, taking care of someone like Frayne. You heard her, Frayne. What should we do? I can't decide. I don't mind her coming with us. But are you sure it's alright, following me like this? Our spirits are magnified in both strength and purity through confronting difficulties. So what's your real intention? I really can't stand the idea of Olin going off on an adventure and leaving me alone. That's my bell. I'm starting to be confused about what I should believe. It's true that a sister has to make a pilgrimage, and the bishop gave me permission. Well, as long as she insists, we can't stop her, can we? No, but it's settled then, and don't cry over it either. I'll try. Alright, here we go. Okay, let's save our game, because that was a lot of text. You know, that was 20 minutes worth of text. Oh. Okay. Yeah, let's get over to this cave over here. This place is dangerous? We were sent by Dandon Castle to help with your punitive expedition. You're the ones I heard about. No, never mind. Recently, even the ponchos are getting violent. I hope they won't be any more bad news. Bad news? Kill about 5 ponchos. Then, after killing them, return to me. I need to report to the castle. So we come back here to report, right? Don't run off before we... get back. Ow! Okay. That's weird. I'll try. Quest first errand has been issued. Okay, so we gotta kill 5 ponchos. And what's this? You found Stout Branch. Well, what the hell? You found Stout Branch. I found 5 of them, okay. I guess I could hit enter, probably. Frayne leveled up. So there's 1 poncho. I don't know what the hell that was. My stomach hurt all of a sudden. Ooh, 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's see. Enter? Yeah. You win. Bell leveled up. Okay, one more poncho. Oh. First errand. We cleaned up. That was a piece of cake. Fighting one-on-one is no problem, but it's not good facing several enemies at once. Anyway, you helped us a lot. Oh yeah, take this. Is this junk? It looks like a piece of broken wood. Long ago, it was my great-grandfather's story. If you live your daily life well, always training your mind, this spiritual board will illuminate. It's a sign the spirit gods are responding to you. What? Illuminate? This is just a toy, right? No, the board flashes by itself. It was found in an antique shop with a very high price attached to it. This is a true story. A high price? Yeah, I'll take it. If you fixed it, it would look better. I think you could resell it for an even better price. But are you sure it's alright? Fine, consider it hush money. I don't want you people telling everyone that I can't even take on a few ponchos. I'll tell everyone that you're a man of generosity. Are you going to sell it? Is that a problem, Belle? It's a perfect chance to get money for our travels. But I wanted to see when it shines. You sisters really get bowled over by words. Like lead a good life and train your mind. It fills our hearts, although it doesn't fill our stomachs. Frame, which do you think is more important, a full heart or a full stomach? Well, I don't know. Let me think. I'm gonna agree with Belle. Yes, I've decided. Oh, and which is it? Which one did you choose? I agree with Belle. Yay! And there's a reason for it, though, only if my intuition is correct. Do you have some kind of idea? Nuts, and I thought we'd be eating meat for once. Well, take a look. I've finished the repairs. The butterfly kit was a huge help. It looks just the same as before, but you've embedded something in it, haven't you? But you don't know what that means, do you? RFES. Not a clue. It's a great invention in the world I came from. It embodies personal spirit and physical ability. It became extremely popular in making of some kind of charms. It has been developed it's being developed continuously so that personality can be shown visually throughout the embodied shape and size. So what will it do? As we gain more of the training Belle loves, this should exert a powerful influence. I hope my calculations are correct, and if not, what will happen? That's it, I told you. Even failure can be the mother of success. No, this is why I can't stand men. You don't think through consequences. Take the short-term benefit. Training is visualized. Who? I have no idea what you're all talking about, but I know it's something high above the clouds. We've decided to use it as we like, though not quite as you explained it. That's fine. What you were saying was interesting. If my ability were embodied, do you think I would be at least the size of a bean? But showing someone's personality, isn't it too simple? Too stupid? The more people try to understand one another, the deeper their relationship becomes. Isn't that true? If you had a device like this, you just look at it and say, he's not worth my time, right? Well, it was known to happen sometimes, which means that device like that can easily be turned to evil purposes. It's important to think through consequences, plan accordingly, and use the device effectively. Yes, that was how some people saw it. Certain schools prohibited their students from using it. Training is visualized. Hoo-hoo. Here is a good role model, for example. We should use this device instead of allowing it to use us. You received Machina board. Machine Aboard was added to the menu. When finishing a battle or completing a quest, if you use skill points, characters will be stronger individually. Try using this function. Want to view a tutorial for Machine Aboard? Yes. First of all, open the menu and select the Machine Aboard. On this screen, you can make each character's status and skill more powerful using skill points. You can receive skill points upon completing a battle or quest. Skill points are indicated as SP. Now let's try using a Machine Aboard. First, select Job Strengthening and allocate skill points to each job. By strengthening jobs, you can get various effects. Job level is increased. By increasing job levels, respective characters can acquire special skills and slots for those skills will be opened. At this time, one slot is open and up to 2 slots can be set. Now let's set learn skills in the slot. By setting skills in a slot, you can use the skills which you learn in the course of combat. Up to 6 slots become available for each job. If you want better strategy in battle, let's increase the job level and raise a slot. Now let's set the skill level. Now the skill is set. You can use Frane's skill Double Cut while fighting. Here are the explanations for each item. Skill strengthening is for strengthening skills using SP. By increasing the skill level, power will increase accordingly. During the adventure, you may receive a soul pebble. By setting the soul stone or the job or skills, you can get an additional powerful effect. The effects of soul pebbles vary according to the soul stones used. Find your own most effective combination. Class change can be performed when the job reaches a certain level. This allows an array of more powerful skills. On the other hand, once you've selected an upper level job, you can't switch to another job. Choose carefully, selecting a job. That's all about Machine Aboard. This system greatly affects the skills and abilities of your characters. Refer to Settings, Help for the details about each job. Well, enjoy your adventure. Well, now the mission is complete. I don't really care what Paul said. Wasn't much of a job. This level of work is still fine with me, though. Oh, I almost forgot to tell you. When you complete a quest which you received at the guard station, report it at the same guard station. Is it possible for someone else to report it? No, the rules won't allow that. Well, let's get back to Dandong. I'm a bit tired. Okay, let's go. You don't have any more jobs? The plan was once to dig through the tunnel of Casmus, but because of the machine soldiers, the plan was suspended. I hope Dandong and Casmus would finally enjoy friendly relations. Alright, let's get back to the castle. Okay. Wow, you're back, are you? The reward for missions accepted at the guard station can only be received after you reported at the guard station. You should remember that. But please don't mistake my meaning. I'm not trying to be nice to you at all. I'm simply following the orders I've been given. If you understand that, select your mission report immediately. Well then, this is the headquarters of Dandong's Advanced Guard Dispatch. Confirm mission. New quest is added. Okay. Oh, report mission. This is the reward. For the first errand, the commander will give you the Tome of Manufacturing. The book is about the leather armor. Even if you don't like it, keep it, otherwise I'll never forgive you. You received reward money, 200 gold. You received the Tome of Manufacturing leather armor. Mission not achieved. What do you mean? It looks like, whatever. Whatever. Okay, what's my next mission? Okay, so... Oh, wait. I don't have to come in here. I can just go into my menu. Go to missions. Check missions. No, okay. Oh, requests? Guard station requests. Okay, try your skill fighting with ponchos. Around Dandong. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna just save up. Seems like a good place to end the video. There was a lot of text this time. Hopefully we'll avoid that next time. Thank you for watching another Leveled Up Let's Play. My name is Josh, aka The Village 88. And thank you for supporting my Patreon. Bye.